Coming up next on TNT Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Kenny Smith is here. So is Mario Ellie. Those two were part of that Houston Rocket bunch that won back-to-back titles in the mid-'90s. They'll dissect the Mavs and Spurs and look ahead to tomorrow night's TBS doubleheader. Inside the NBA, straight ahead.
Now Greg Popovich has been tossed by Steve Galvey.
Put it down, make it clean. I'm a rockin' machine. I'm a rockin' machine. I'm a rockin' machine, machine, machine,
It is Monday night. Playoffs continuing here on TNT, and it's Inside the NBA presented by Hyundai from Atlanta's Studio A. Ernie Johnson and Kenny Smith and Mario Ellie of the Phoenix Suns. All here, you guys, former teammates.
The mid-'90s game. I don't know. That just sounds old.
No, okay, you know what? You are old. 94, 95.
Yeah,
back-to-back
You
champions.
say back-to-back. That's good enough.
The final tonight, an even 100 for the Spurs, 100-86 over the Dallas Mavericks. You guys have been through. You played 68 playoff games. You've been through 116, 100 and something, somewhere around there.
Quite a bit.
What do you do if you're in a position like this and you're Dallas and you've gone to a place where they've throttled you a couple of times, held you to 37% and then 34%? You're not playing your game. How do you maintain a good feeling going back to your place?
Well, just remember the first series. They were also down 2-0, and they came back, and the comforts of home does wonders for you. But for me and Kenny, it was a different situation. We lost 2 at home.
You guys were always better.
Exactly. We was always better on the road. But I think Dallas plays better at home. You know, the crowd is great, and I think Steve Nash and Michael Finley and Dirk Nowitzki got to shoot the ball better. I'm sure the comforts of home will help them out.
Dirk Nowitzki, 7 out of 26 now in the series. He was 3 out of 13 in Game 1, 4 out of 13 in Game 2. No such troubles for guys like Tim Duncan, who went for 25 points and 22 boards tonight, Jeff.
The comfort of home. That guy, he plays great home, road, Mars, Venus. He's going to play great
wherever,
no matter what. But, you know, we talk about the Michael Jordan coming back and the Wizards and Barkley and all that reunion tour. Yeah. If I ever come back in my next life, please let me be a Spur, because that is the easiest job. Look at Steve Kerr, just standing in the corner, right? Tim Duncan's working, operating, getting double, triple team. He hasn't moved. The whole offensive possession gets a wide open jump shot. That is the difference of playing with a great player. You get wide open shots. The Spurs guys have it made.
Hey, how about Terry Porter, too? He's 38.
You missed that. I know you missed that.
Terry,
you have to work for shots in Phoenix.
Kenny,
now.
I had 7 years of playing with dominant big men, 5 with Akeem, 2 with Tim and Dave, and you just get wide open shots all over the place. I think that's why Spurs were #1 in the league in three-point shooting. When you have a dominant post-up game, it makes the job of the outside guy a lot easier. All you got to do is knock down shots, and if you miss, Tim and Dave will clean it up.
They're still going to get the rebound.
And Terry Porter goes for 15 points tonight, 6 out of 9 at the age of 38. I mean, you're 37 still getting it done. You guys doing a lot for the older generation.
Absolutely. Well, Ernie, this time of the year, it's all mental. It's really not too much physical. So I think Terry does a great job picking his spots, knowing when to get the shot off. And he's always a timely shooter. When the shot clock going down, I remember against who they played, Minnesota, the first round, hit a big shot late in the game when the shot clock was going down. And Terry's been doing that for years. Terry's great at that. As you saw earlier in the game, you know, it was 1 second on the clock, and Terry may be slow, but he seems to get that shot off every time.
100-86 the final. Greg Popovich got thrown out of this game in the second period. Right now he's holding his post-game press conference, and we listen in.
You know, in their position, that's what they had to do. You know, they wanted to keep control, and they did it, and it was just bad timing for us. So that's the way it goes.
Coach, 2 impressive victories through a lot of adversity. What does that say about the character of your team?
Well, the character of the team has always been pretty obvious. I mean, you know, they're people who just are focused and they do their job. You know, they know what their job is, and they take it seriously. They're very responsible people, and it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. They're going to perform because of who they are. Well, you know, a lot of people asked what we were going to do, and, you know, obviously losing Derek is a significant setback for our team in a theoretical sense, but these guys have done a great job all year. And tonight, you saw Antonio and Steve Kerr come off the bench and do a really good job. So we're thrilled that they did, but we're not surprised that they did. And it's something that we'll have to continue, obviously, without Derek.
And without Derek Anderson, folks looking at Antonio Daniels, who had 12 points, 5 out of 8, 10 of those points coming in the second half. The loss of D.A., we talked earlier, going to be felt more should they get to the next round than in this round, or will they still feel the effect of not having him around against the Dallas Mavericks?
No, I don't think you feel it as much against the Dallas Mavericks, because you can still run your offense against the Mavericks. You can throw the ball into David Robinson, throw the ball into Tim Duncan, and they have to really create, they can still create opportunities. If you go against Shaq and you go against Kobe, they're such good defenders that they make you make plays, and Derek Anderson is probably one of the only guys on the Spurs that can just break the defense down off of the dribble. So now your plays that you're going to run are not really going to work against the Lakers if you get to that series. So that's where you're going to be missed. Even the next round, even if Sacramento somehow beats the Lakers, if you go to the next round, then he still won't be missed, but only if you play the Lakers.
Absolutely. I think Kenny makes a great point. I think with Tim and the way Tim is playing this round, I think it's going to be hard to beat the Spurs. But when you're playing against the Lakers, you got to have all your pieces. And like Kenny said, Derek Anderson is able to make plays, not for himself, but also his teammates. He can get to the basket. He can hit his free throws. He's a great finisher, and he's a great three-point shooter. And, without him, it's going to be tough to advance to the finals.
Game 3 of that series comes your way on TNT Wednesday. Kenny will be working that game with Bob Neal.
I'm out of the studio. They let me out.
You in the mix,
Watch
man.
out.
You in the mix.
Dallas, I'm coming there, baby. Watch out.
Meantime, tomorrow night, Kenny will not be working again as he prepares
I'm saving
to
the
work
world.
that
No,
game
I gotta,
Wednesday.
I
think the world is safe no matter what you're doing. Lakers lead the Kings 1-0. Game 2 in that series is the nightcap of our TBS doubleheader tomorrow night. Eastern Conference brackets look like this. The Sixers and the Raptors resuming their series on Wednesday on TNT. Sixers dropping the opener of the series for the second straight time. They came back to beat Indiana, obviously, and the Bucks leading the Hornets 1-0. That starts our doubleheader on TBS tomorrow night. Still to come on Inside, we'll be looking ahead to that doubleheader tomorrow night. Shaq and the Lakers riding a 12-game hot streak. Who can stop them? While Sam Cassell and the Bucks have won 11 in a row at home.
Sam, I am.
We'll look ahead.
Party Sam right there.
It is. 2 S's, 2 L's.
Very popular guy with his former Rocket teammates. We'll be back.
Inside the NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Hyundai, where the freedom of America's best warranty, the Hyundai Advantage, is standard equipment.
Sweet. You like? I like. Check this. Wait. Let's go.
The Tiburon from Hyundai, backed by America's best warranty plan. So you're free to take on the open road when you find it.
Circuit City presents the perfect gift. Step 1, find it. Come in and explore the possibilities, from digital cameras and broadband modems to wireless phones and satellite systems. Step 2, love it. Plug it in, turn it on, push the buttons and ask questions. That's why we're here. Step 3, give it. Share the moment, make their day, and remember the smiles. For gifts that are unexpected and on the mark, Circuit City. Find it, love it, give it.
Sean fished the sea from dusk till dawn, leaving his skin tight and drawn. No ordinary soap he knew did what Irish Spring Aloe could do. Unlike some deodorant soaps, Irish Spring Aloe helps hold more moisture in, so your skin won't feel as tight and dry. Now, whenever Sean's ship is in, all the lasses of Inishmore want to touch his skin. Irish Spring Aloe cleans your skin, keeps moisture in.
For centuries, they have planned the conquest of humanity.
The world belongs to us, not the humans.
And in the final days of the living, one man stands between us and the darkness.
A daywalker. All our strengths, none of our weaknesses.
Nothing to me but another dead vampire. Wesley Snipes, Blade. See the network television premiere Sunday, May 20th on TNT.
Welcome back to Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Tomorrow night, TBS doubleheader. Got a pregame show at 7:30. Then we have the Hornets and the Bucks. That's a half-hour pregame, by the way. Followed by the Kings and the Lakers with a look ahead to Game 2 of that series. Craig Sager.
With his brute force, Shaquille O'Neal overpowered the tag team rotation of Vlade Divac and Scott Pollard for 44 points and 21 rebounds in Game 1, casting a king-size shadow over any plan Sacramento may have to play the Tower of Strength straight up in Game 2. The tag team combination against Shaq in Game 1, 44 points, 21 rebounds. What are your plans for Game 2?
Don't let him score 45. I think, we did a decent job. He's going to score his points. We should just don't let him score easy points, dunks and layups.
Where does the double team help come from in Game 2?
We're working on that. I think all we need to do is just get that a couple more times, a couple more double downs where he's thinking about his move as opposed to just getting the ball and being able to go without fear of guard coming at him. So if we get that double down a little bit, just somebody digging in there once in a while, make him think about it a little bit more, I think that'll be a big key.
For the guy watching at home, what is it like to have to guard Shaquille O'Neal for 44 minutes in a game?
Well, I think, I feel, when I guard him, he can score whenever he wants to. You can't really stop him. You really need to work before he catches balls in the paint. If he catches balls in the paint, it's up to him. He's going to make it or he's going to miss it. You can't really stop him. If you catch a ball outside, then you have a better chance to stop him.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The guy's a genius with words, especially with our language.
Scott Pollard, the comedy hit of the 2001 NBA playoffs. I do too, man. He has great material. Here we are on Kenny's court because Kenny wants to hold a clinic. And we need, I understand we need a fourth.
We need a fourth.
Get Dave Evans here from our logging and editing staff. Here he is, Dave Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, put him together. There he is.
We're talking about doubling Shaq and how difficult it is. And even Rick Adelman said that they really didn't do a good job of doubling. So we're going to kind of show you a little bit better way that we used to do in Houston to help out Akeem in doubling Shaq. So you can be Shaq. Let him be Shaq.
Okay.
Let him be Shaq. Let him be Shaq.
Let Shaq be Shaq.
And then because you're really gonna need some help on Shaq.
Okay,
so I'll let you
guard
Shaq. Yeah, you're Vlade. And you can be Kobe. No, you be Derek Fisher. No, be J.R. Ryder. You stand over here, and you're going to feed the ball in. And this is what Sacramento was doing. They'd get the ball in, and Shaq was starting to make his move. Then the double team was cut. He's too big. He's too strong to get in there and miss like Mario did. Mario, it's already off-season only been a week, man. He's still missing layups now. Man.
Ernie hacking me, man, holding me down there.
This is the way you should, and this is the way we used to do it in Houston, is when J.R. Ryder's passing the ball in, as it's going, we're doubling, because now Shaq is so big, two people can really equal the size of one. We can't let him split, and then that just makes it a little more difficult. He's still good.
Then he only has to knock down two guys.
Exactly, but he has to go to fadeaways and other things that not power moves to the basket. You have to go as the ball's in the air if you want to stop Shaq.
Much thanks to Dave Evans for coming on. I mean, very, very good.
Very good.
Nice
Now,
feed
wait,
inside.
but you got to take a jump shot. You're on this court.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Oh, yes. That's why he's in seafood. Get upstairs. Back upstairs.
No, we'll have more on Inside the NBA in just a few minutes, but first.
Oh, my God. Oh, okay.
Anyway, Dave, we need to hear what Don Nelson had to say just moments ago. The Mavs down 2-0.
You don't know that the Spurs can play any better than they played. They were just sensational tonight. Didn't matter what we did, they had a counter for it. Everybody on their team shot the ball. We doubled, they made shots. We didn't, they made shots. So we were between a rock and a hard place, to be quite honest with you. And we just have to regroup and hope that in some way the momentum can change when we get home. We have been in this spot before. This team is the best team in basketball, and so we cannot expect that we're going to win 3 games in a row. but we have to win at home, that's for sure, if we're going to get back in this series. It is a huge game for our team, our next home game. We are vulnerable. We got to rely on our home court and our home fans to carry us on and help us because we're in trouble. They are a terrific team, and we're playing as well as we can play, and we haven't come close.
San Antonio up 2-0 over the Dallas Mavericks. Game 3 Wednesday in Dallas. Kenny, stop.
Come back. Come back.
I think we'll be back with more in a minute.
What are you doing? Who are you guys? You got the wrong guy.
Think this is harsh? Well, it's what you do to your car every day. All that stop-and-go driving is torture on your engine. But Pennzoil with Pure Base is formulated to protect against the harshness of all that stopping and starting. Stop-and-go protection from Pennzoil. Try Pennzoil Synthetic for protection during hot summer conditions.
Hi, this is my house. I call it the Calhoun House of Cheddar. This is my wall of cheese. I love cheese, as you can see. Oh, boy. Cheddar England. Ground zero for us cheddar lovers.
If you love cheddar, nothing's more delicious than Wendy's Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger.
This is my first cheesehead hat that I got from my dad.
Bacon, sauteed onions, and tons of cheddar.
To the man who put the 2 E's in cheese, Dave Thomas.
Come try Wendy's Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger.
The big cheese.
And now Wendy's pickup windows open late, so you can eat great, even late.
See you later.
Introducing the best movie value on DirecTV, the Stars Super Pack. It's #1 in new hit movies. You'll see award-winning movies like Erin Brockovich, U-571, and The Cider House Rules. Movies you won't get anywhere else but the Stars Super Pack. You'll get 12 different movie channels for only $10 more per month with any total choice package. Get the best movie value with the Stars Super Pack on DirecTV. Call now 1-800-547-4DTV. The Stars Super Pack. It's #1 in new hit movies.
The Mars project will be our greatest achievement, if we can survive it.
6 astronauts are about to play Survivor.
That's my kind of girl.
Like it's never been played before. Val Kilmer, Carrie-Anne Moss, Tom Sizemore. Red Planet.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirecTV.
Welcome back to Inside, presented by AutoZone's This Date in NBA History takes us back to 1994, mid-90s.
We might be in this. We might be in
Highlights.
this.
Highlights. My time.
8 seconds, Perkins. Batted back out, McMillan. Another 3, way short. That's it. Makumbo embraces the ball, and the unlikely upset, one of the great upsets in NBA playoff history.
Can't believe we didn't get an oh my out of that one. The Nuggets, the first number 8 seed to beat a #1. These are other
Hey, they should have got our reaction
first-round
to the
upsets.
Houston Rockets when Seattle lost. We had lost 9 games to them that year in a row to them. We were the same reaction Mutombo had. We were on the floor. Yes, we're going to the finals now.
Paving the way to the first of 2 rings. That's AutoZone's This Date in NBA History. The Milwaukee Bucks finished the regular season with 8 straight wins at home, and they have stayed perfect in the postseason in 3 games at the Bradley Center. In fact, the last time the Bucks lost at home to a team from the East, it was February 17th, and that team was the one they're facing now, the Charlotte Hornets. The Bucks took Game 1 Sunday, 104-92. Game 2 tomorrow night on TBS.
For us to get home court advantage, going 2-0, that's what we were supposed to do. That's what we worked so hard all year for, to get home court advantage. For them to steal a game, the series wavers heavily on their side, because then they got the next 2 at home, and we wouldn't be taking care of business if we don't go out and get this next game.
I think they're a professional team. I think they're a smart veteran team that knows how important Game 2 is, and that's the one thing I hope my team understands, that even though we can be human and enjoy our win in Game 1. Game 2 is going to be harder to win than Game 1.
They're a one-on-one team, but they're really a pass the team, move the ball team, and get people open. They have great spot-up shooters, they have great spacing. So, just contest shots and, we're going to go inside and get rebounds and do what we have to do.
Here, everything is pushed. They're going to push and let it fly. You know, and if we're not back on defense and if they're making shots, we're in trouble. So, you know, that's the whole key. They saw it today on tape, and, you know, the key is that we've got to get back in transition.
Charlotte had not played in a while after sweeping Miami, about almost a week off, and they lose game one. What do you see in game two?
I thought George Carr did a great job putting Darwin Ham on Jamal Mashburn, making him work. I thought that was a key situation in the game. Also, I think Charlotte, Eddie Robinson is key for them. He brings that energy off the bench, that excitement, and he was 1 for 5 in game one. Really didn't give them that boost they needed because they were down the whole game. Usually Eddie Robinson comes in the game and sort of gives them a boost of life, but they need him to come up big in game two.
Yeah, he shot 71% in that first series against Miami, 1 out of 5, as you said. How do you look at game two?
You know, I said it the other day, but it's real simple.
I don't remember what you said.
Yeah, I'm going to say it again. Okay, Ernie, you drive a car at 60 miles an hour.
Oh, here we go with that thing
And
again?
you're driving at 60 miles,
reference.
and everything is real cool and kind of like, that's when you're playing against the Miami Heat. That's what Charlotte was. They're cool. They got one hand on the car. They're rolling down the window, messing with the music. Then all of a sudden you come in with the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're going 100 miles an hour. And now you got to grab the car with 2 hands, and you're shaking, and you can't move.
And they got power windows on this one.
Power windows. You're trying to work everything at going 100, and it's not working. Now they have to get accustomed to driving at 100 miles an hour, or you will crash against the Milwaukee Bucks.
And how about the unsolicited Hyundai reference from the studio guest Mario Ellie? Back with more here on Inside the NBA in just a second. More with the original Junkyard Dog and with the next Steve Kerr, it appears.
The next Steve, give me your money, Steve.
He's coming back. The Jet's coming back.
Say it ain't.
Money, respect, family, murder.
I'm the boss of this family. Understand?
Don't miss Chaz Palminteri in Boss of Bosses. See the world premiere Sunday, June 3rd at 8, exclusively on TNT.
Introducing new Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection, now in a wipe.
The new version of Oracle will make your website 3 times faster, or we'll give you $1 million.
Hey, it's time to clean up your act with new Edge Clean Shave Gel. Edge Clean's got a built-in facial cleanser. It helps lift dirt and oil from your face to the phone, cleaning while you shave. So clean up your act with new Edge Clean Shave Gel.
Welcome back. The Hyundai Win and Drive Home Sweepstakes continues.
Continues here.
We can win this 2001 Hyundai Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Just call to register for the drawing on May 18th.
May 18th.
Be one of the first 1,000 callers at 1-800.
1-800.
504. 4242.
4242.
The contest runs through May 17th.
May 17th. Hey, that car drives like a dream.
Just like the Spurs played tonight. 100-86 winners over the Dallas Mavericks to take a 2-0 lead in that series. Tim Duncan, 25 points, 22 rebounds. Dallas goes home down 2-0. Greg Popovich was thrown out of that game. He talked about that, and others chimed in also.
Balance and be sure that nothing got out of hand. We just happened to be the first team to foul somebody going to the hole, so they made their point. That was my worst fear. It did happen, and I went off. But, you know, in their position, that's what they had to do. You know, they wanted to keep control, and they did it, and it was just bad timing for us. So that's the way it goes.
You know, things
things are going to be a little bit touchy now, and I think, guys, we got to understand that the referees are going to probably adjust accordingly, and we can't get into anything stupid. We just got to play. I mean, we like I said before, we do a great job of being consistent.
David Robinson, 8 out of 14 tonight, after in the first game going just 2 out of 12. Inside the NBA, back after this.
You can climb over mountains, cross the widest deserts, but there's only one place you'll find deals like these: your Honda dealer. Now with your Honda card, get no down payment on all our new ATVs and low monthly payments as low as $79 on the Rancher for the first 2 years. And now, only through May 31st, you can also get Honda bonus bucks on any new ATV. Deals to move on. It's time to move.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. If you want happy employees, help secure their financial futures. At the Principal Financial Group, that's what we do. We're the 401k leader and offer financial solutions for you and growing businesses. The Principal Financial Group, we understand what you're working for.
Someday I'm going to be a movie star. But right now, this is my only agent. So when my brother in Miami sends cash for rent, I just walk around the corner.
When loved ones need to send or receive cash, location really is everything.
I love L.A. The sun, the stars, and a Western Union agent location everywhere.
Only Western Union has over 90,000 agent locations worldwide.
This is the one place in town you can always count on for a happy ending.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
Get inside the non-stop action on race weekend. Get inside the news and highlights. Get inside the teams, fans, and games. Only at the official site of NASCAR. NASCAR.com. America Online keyword NASCAR.
Inside the NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Western Union Money Transfer, the fastest way to send money worldwide. And by Principal Financial Group. We understand what you're working for.
Nestle.
Crunch time.
Elliott dumps it, high post left to Duncan, 7 to shoot. Tim fakes left, dribbles right, down the lane. He dunks again. Oh, my goodness. Tim Duncan serving up the facial to Calvin Booth.
And that is Nestle.
Crunch time.
Play of the game. Tomorrow on TBS. Doubleheader. Mario Ellie's here. Got a pregame show at 7:30. Then we got the Hornets and the Bucks, followed by the Kings and the Lakers. Peter Vesey also here.
I got a mission, man. I got a mission tomorrow.
I know you're saving the world, and then you're working a game on Wednesday with Bob Neal.
Hey, you got 3 of the best ugly faces in the league. Meaning, like, when you score a basket.
Game face, intimidating faces.
C-Webb has the best ugly face.
I got Shaq, and I also got Sam Cassell in there.
Shaq has a good one, too. When he's scoring 30, he gives you the good ugly face.
But I agree with you. C-Webb does have the best.
The best ugly face.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, let's send a shout-out to Rodney Vaughn, who works with us, and his wife, Regina, who
swears he can play basketball.
They have a baby boy today, Varsharad, and so that's why Rodney was not at work today. But, you know, I think that's an excused absence.
A pink slip or something.
Next on TNT, National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1
That's
on the East
Coast. Movie.
Since Charles isn't here, you're doing our reviews. Pretender on the West Coast, and that's
Pretender
a wrap.
on the West Coast.
For Inside the NBA, for Kenny, and for the original Junkyard Dog.
The original JY.
See you tomorrow night.
Peace. Peace.